This is insane. The Pittsburgh Steelers are projected to take this quarterback in the first round of the upcoming NFL draft. My name is Peyton Kleppe, and on today's episode of Steelers Digest, we'll be breaking down the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news and analysis as they look to select their next quarterback in the upcoming NFL draft. Before we get into the latest news, if you guys are not already currently subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below. 91% of our current viewers are not already currently subscribed. So if you click that subscribe button, we're going to get you guys the latest Pittsburgh Steelers reports regarding anything about our football team. Let's get right into the news. So like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers are linked to another quarterback in the draft. Now they're at plus 300. They have the best odds to get Shedeur Sanders in the upcoming draft. And Shedeur confirmed that, he enjoyed his time in Pittsburgh and he thinks he connected well with the coaches and it was real fun. When he was asked about to rate his experience in Pittsburgh, he gave it a 10. And, we need a quarterback right now. I never really would have thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers would be linked to Shedeur Sanders. All throughout this whole offseason, he was always projected to be one of the top picks in the NFL draft. Whether or not that was his dad and all the media just hyping him up, this guy was connected to even being the number one pick in the NFL draft for a lot of different guys. But as the draft process has unraveled, his draft stock has kind of started to drop. I don't know what it really is, whether it's his character issues, his performance, his athleticism, if he's not in shape. I don't know what it is, but his draft stock just continues to drop as the offseason has progressed. But teams like the Giants and the Browns have brought him in on a visit and, still remain interested in him. But both teams have solidified their quarterback rooms with three different quarterbacks. The Browns, I don't know if they will draft quarterback in this draft. They did get Joe Flacco, who they will have for the whole season for once. The year he did come in for them, he was not their starter going into the season. They also have Kenny Pickett on their roster, and obviously they have Deshaun Watson, massage specialist. Anyways, Steelers need a quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders may be there at 21 when they're picking. Another possibility that I was talking about in a video a few days ago was trading up to get the Panthers pick at number 8. They will be sitting there at number 8, and their GM has confirmed that they will be ready. So if Steelers did want to move up and snag Shedeur Sanders at 8, and they believe that he's going to go by the 21st overall pick, they could look to trade up to get him. I do not know what they would have to give up for compensation to Carolina. A trade package I was thinking is maybe George Pickens and a late round pick or something like that. But I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be willing to deal him. Obviously, he's going into a contract year, and he's going to have to get his first year under the belt with a real receiver in DK Metcalf. But, it could be a possibility, though, to move up. The Saints are another team that are rumored to want to move up in the NFL draft. But obviously, they're in the same division as the Panthers. The Panthers do not want the Saints to get any better than they already are. It would be like if the Ravens wanted to move up and we did a draft trade with them. Obviously, we don't want the Ravens to get any better. So if the Pittsburgh Steelers want to move up to number 8, I think they could. It just really depends on the compensation. And if the Steelers really do like Shedeur Sanders, there's been some conflicting reports about Shedeur Sanders and in Pittsburgh. Obviously, like I said, Shedeur did come out and confirm that he did like his visit in Pittsburgh. He liked all the coaches. Obviously, we got a great roster. We got a great city, ton of history, and we got those 6 Super Bowls, baby. But anyways, there's been some other reports that, Shedeur Sanders was not really well liked by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and his visit was not really very well received by the Pittsburgh Steelers and the ownership of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And another guy that could end up in Pittsburgh, once again, Aaron Rodgers. This guy obviously came out on Pat McAfee yesterday and confirmed a lot of different things about his future. Well, really confirmed a lot of nothing. Just said that, he's still got a lot of time this offseason. He's got a lot of stuff to deal with in his personal life and his inner circle, whatever that is. And he said he's in a serious relationship right now. So I guess good for Aaron Rodgers, but hopefully he figures out all his personal stuff and he just signs that contract and decides to play in Pittsburgh for his last year or two in the NFL. Whether or not the Steelers do pick Shedeur Sanders in the draft, Aaron Rodgers would still be a good leader to, mentor him. This guy obviously mentored Jordan Love for a few different years. When he was in Green Bay, Jordan Love sat behind Aaron, and Jordan Love, I'd probably say, is a top 15 quarterback in the NFL right now. So he obviously learned a lot, and if we could have Shedeur or somebody else sit behind Rodgers for a year or two and learn the reins, hey, I would be down for it. And it would give us a long-term starter for the future. The Pittsburgh Steelers, we did not do that in the past with Ben. We probably should have taken Lamar instead of Terrell Edmonds, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. And, you can't dwell on the past. So whether or not the Pittsburgh Steelers will make this move, we'll have to see. But, like I said, there has been some conflicting reports about Shedeur Sanders. This report came out about Aaron Wilson. Aaron Wilson is an insider for the NFL. And he believes that the meeting between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Shedeur Sanders did not go too well, and that this is all just some media sham that Shedeur and obviously his father Deion Sanders is doing to just stir up the pot and try to get the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft Shedeur Sanders. But Aaron Wilson did come out and confirm that I heard that he will not be a Pittsburgh Steeler, obviously referring to Shedeur Sanders. I heard that the meeting did not go well, and Wilson also added that this information did not come from somebody who would intentionally try to affect the stock of Sanders to help a certain team land him. So, that's kind of tough. We're really not getting any confirmed reports, which it still leaves it up in the air. Coach Tomlin has really not made any comments on Shedeur Sanders. Omar Khan has not made any comments on Shedeur Sanders. So a lot of these reports have come out from third parties, but obviously they did have a meeting. Shedeur Sanders did enjoy it. So all that is left is for Aaron Rodgers to sign and for Shedeur Sanders to get picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round of the NFL draft. Whether or not he will be sitting there at 21, we will have to wait and see. If he does get off the board, we do have some backup options. Obviously, Jackson Dart is a name that has been linked to the Pittsburgh Steelers. A guy like Jalen Milroe, who he's not really been regarded as a first-round quarterback by a lot of different analysts, but obviously he's got that athletic skill. He's a guy that he could develop into a guy that could play similar to a Jaden Daniels or Lamar Jackson. He's got that similar style of play. He's so fast. This dude ran a 4.4 at his pro day, and he really only needs to perfect that passing. So if Shedeur Sanders does come off the board before the Pittsburgh Steelers are able to pick, we could end up selecting Jalen Milroe, which could be a little bit of a reach, but also could be the key to our future as the Pittsburgh Steelers look to get over that hump and get into the playoffs, get to that Super Bowl. That is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much. If you guys are not currently subscribed already, click that subscribe button. Here we go, Steelers. Peace out, boys.